and welcome back to the channel.
In this video, we take a look at the best and worst comments we received this month on YouTube.
I'm Mark.
I'm Justin.
And we're My Loving Tiger.
We started this band 17 years ago. Now we're back.
To revisit, re-record, and re-release every song we've ever written.
So come and join us.
Last month in our comments video, we were mistaken for many minor celebrities. And this month, we've been mistaken for much more popular celebrities.
You've been upgraded.
Yeah, we've been upgraded.
Brandon Gaines, R4Y, says, is that Skrillex?
Now I'm being mistaken for Skrillex.
Well, Skrillex used to be in a rock band. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's a natural mistake that you might make looking at Skrillex.
Yeah, so last month it was Riff Raff. Well, for the past year,
right,
it's been Riff Raff, Riff Raff, Riff Raff, Riff Raff. This month, all of a sudden, it was Skrillex.
Well, if you shaved one side of your head, you could probably pass for Skrillex.
Right. We looked, and Skrillex is much more popular than Riff Raff.
They're like 40 times more popular. He's a major celebrity, and Riff Raff is like YouTube celebrity.
Yeah. And then Siberiano came in and said, thank you, Skrillex, on a different video.
Thanking you for what? Who knows?
For being Skrillex.
Right.
I don't listen to Skrillex's EDM music, and I never listen to his band either.
His post-core band.
Post-hardcore band.
Right.
Yeah. I know what he looks like. Actually, you know, that's another key thing of, like, him having higher celebrity status. I had no clue what Riff Raff looked like until someone said it and I looked it up. But I know what Skrillex looks like.
Right. Do you think they're just, oh, there's a guy with long hair, must be Skrillex?
Yeah, it's long hair and then plugs.
And that's Skrillex.
Yep, and that's Skrillex. I think I look more like Riff Raff than I look like Skrillex.
In the comments, let us know, on a scale of Riff Raff to Skrillex, where are you sitting?
There you go.
Eric Rodriguez, 1646, says, dude kind of looks like Ringo.
Right. I think it's an insult. Like, he's making fun of my nose.
Or is he making fun of your drumming? He's like, dude kind of looks like Ringo.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean...
The singing drummer, Ringo the singing drummer.
Oh, yeah, the video is titled Singing Your Drum Part.
Yeah.
Possibly. There's so many levels of
We're
Ringo.
trying to make a connection.
A drummer. He's singing. He's got long hair. His nose is big.
He had an earring in the 80s.
I took it as just like, it was like sort of like a backhanded compliment. I will say this is the most famous celebrity I've ever met.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was going to say. Like, you could do worse for being
I mean, it's hard to be more popular than Ringo Starr. I mean, the Beatles are arguably one of the most famous set of people in the world.
Who is the most famous drummer in the world? Is it Ringo?
Ooh, I don't know. I think to the general public, probably, yeah. I don't know who else you would name.
Bonham, maybe? That's only for rockers, dude. Right?
Yeah,
like, I don't think
like
your grandma knows who...
She didn't know who Led Zeppelin was, so...
Right. Yeah, when I'm saying famous, I mean, like, if you, like, stop someone at the grocery store and said, famous drummer, they would say...
Keith Moon?
I was going to say maybe Keith Moon, but I think that was really, like, a moment. I don't think the Who persisted the way that the Beatles did.
I mean, I would say Ringo Starr. Well, Dave Grohl.
Sure, but he's a singer now, so you don't
He's a singer now, yeah. So, but I mean, he's the most famous guy who used to play drums.
That's true. That's true.
Next up, we'll take a look at some comments we received on our bass videos. First up, we have King Yama. I'm going to have to read this off the screen because it's very long.
It's a paragraph.
Yeah. He said, I've always thought that the natural conclusion of a drummer writing a bass line would end up sounding a lot like the bass on Korn songs. Getting rid of all notes. Stick with the percussion sounds you get out instead.
Clack, clack, clack.
Clack, clack, clack. We titled our bass video, Can Drummers Play Bass? And then I'm holding the bass upside down.
Wrong.
I thought that thumbnail was great. That is a move you never see. So like you see the drummer become a guitar player, the drummer become a singer, but you never hear of a drummer who becomes a bass player.
Yeah, that'd be a downgrade.
Oh, what? Oh, shots fired.
In the hierarchy of bands.
Yeah. Who's cool in the band.
Who's kicked the farthest down the stairs is the bass player.
Comment below if you know a drummer that has become a bass player.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting...
School us on that.
Yeah.
Go check that out.
Yeah. If a drummer writes a bass part, it's just clack, 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 clack. Just trying to play that rhythm with their hands on the bass.
Korn is a funny bass player to think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like slap, but he does play notes. Like he does play parts.
Right.
But he's also tuned like way down.
Right. I think they're like an A or something like that.
Yeah, we don't play bass like Fieldy.
Not Ron says that bassist needs to calm down. So that was on Bass Player Gets Too Wild. I think that was supposed to be a joke.
It was definitely a joke. There's a guitar break in the song, and the bass kind of follows the guitar break a little bit, but it's like only half as many notes. And we talk about like, that's the wildest we ever allow the bass to be. I mean, we try and write like interesting bass parts and stuff like that, but this is where we're like, okay, let's just let the bass play like 8 noodly notes, and we never do that.
No.
He sensed the sarcasm. That's why he said, calm down. Next up, we have Tyler Schaub. He said, dude doesn't know what he's talking about. We need more bass players playing leads.
The dude is you.
The dude is me. I shut it down. I said, that's a guitar part. You'd have every single instrument playing in unison.
Just octaves. Right.
We don't do bass leads. That's for sure.
You can get yourself in a lot of trouble. You know, like you can take the song into a whole other weird direction when your bass noodles all over the place.
We're not a noodling band.
Yet.
Next up, we'll take a look at some comments we got on our drum videos.
Hardcore Badger says, drums carry all the parts. We can change the vibe of the song. Not just the song, everything.
Everything. On the video, we talk about like the chorus of the song, and we change the drum part, and I'm like, well, you know, maybe the drums will carry the chorus. Right. And then I laugh and say, well, we shouldn't let the drums carry the chorus. I mean, it is true. Like, you know, like if you play in a halftime feel, it changes the vibe. If you play double time, like I get that. It definitely isn't like drummer forward, like carrying the song. You know, like John Bonham, what's the Zeppelin song with the shuffle?
Oh,
dun 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 dun. Yeah, what's the name of that song?
Fool in the Rain.
Fool in the Rain. Yeah.
You mute that drum part and like, what do you got?
Yeah. Well, have you ever seen? Yeah, you see the videos where like people play it straight and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. But like that is like that's carrying the song.
Yeah. Without that, then you don't have the song.
Yeah. Next up, we have Mr. Travis 789. I'm gonna have to read this off the screen too. He said the Grateful Dead had 2 drummers. And one night Jerry said on set break, Christ guys, it's like trying to play along to a popcorn machine. And he left the comment on the video where I say the drums didn't play with anyone. Because we changed the drum part in the intro because the kick pattern wasn't playing with any other instrument. I mean, I did know the Grateful Dead had 2 drummers, but in the book, The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test, they just drive around in that school bus. Okay. And there's just like a whole bunch of people and musicians. And weird. I don't even know if they were technically the Grateful Dead back then. My era of the Grateful Dead is Touch of Grey.
Oh my god.
That's the only Grateful Dead song I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only one that I can think of that I've heard. I'm not a Grateful Dead fan.
No. I mean, that song was so popular when I was a kid. Right. And it had that music video where they were all the skeletons.
Right, they were puppets.
I thought that was very cool when I was a kid.
Who else is famous 2-drummer bands?
I don't know, it's silly though.
Sounds like a good idea some days. You're like, oh, that could be cool. Got 2 guitar players.
Yeah, and then there's too much rhythm stuff involved.
Yeah.
Next, BJSC 1100 just left a YouTube link.
Right.
Said nothing. And then that YouTube link goes to Siberiano's YouTube page. We had this last month also, someone just leaving a link to his Siberiano's page. Right. His thing is so unique. It's just like an athletic Olympic feat. He did that journey where he's like, I started playing drums 9 years ago and just played every day and now I'm super good. We should have said beforehand, but this was on a video titled
The Most
Complicated Drum Part, and it's the verse of our song, A Perspective on First World Ideals, which is just hitting cymbals. Very slowly.
Right.
They came back with the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
He showed you.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
2 months in a row I've been checkmated by Siberiano. And we'll end with everybody's favorite segment, people being mean on the internet.
Formaggio Vaggiola 9128. Boy, I don't know. Is that like the expiration date on his favorite cheese?
On his favorite cheese, yep.
He says, you guys suck. I added some emphasis. He actually gave a period, so it's you guys suck. Yep, there was no exclamation. I added the exclamation mark that wasn't there.
He was declarative.
Sorry, just statement. You guys suck.
Yeah, he just came in and told us we suck on a bass video.
Right, and that was exploring outside of your normal bass constraints.
Yeah, and it was that bass lick again. So he did not like the bass lick. Maybe he went to the page and listened to our music and he was like, come on, guys, get better. Thanks for the insult. Very constructive criticism. Next up, we have Deltron Leet.
In Leet speak.
In Leet speak, yep. He said, why is he out of the basement? That looks like natural sunlight.
I feel like finally they're talking about me, because I'm pretty pacey.
I was commenting on one of us looking like we live in a basement. I mean, we live in Minnesota and it's winter, so pretty hard to get a tan. I came back, his name's Deltron, so I came back with him, Del, the funky homo sapien lyric. I gave him the imprison all citizens empowered with rhythm. you know, because he's talking, it's on the bass video or whatever. But he didn't reply. Maybe he's not a fan.
Maybe that was too deep of a cut.
Maybe that's his real name.
Oh, yeah. Someone came in with a totally nonsensical screen name, Tom V9D5Z, and he says, that hair, that stupid blue disc in your ear, it's almost like a poem.
Yeah, maybe it's a haiku. We should have broke it down.
As I, a grown man.
What?
That's what it says.
Oh, yeah, he's speaking about himself. As a grown man.
See what I'm saying? It's like a poem.
Yeah, okay,
I feel like there's a rhythm here. It's like a pentameter here.
Yeah.
That hair, that stupid blue disc in your ear.
I, as a grown man.
Yeah, I would not wear that.
He left this comment, and like this is like constantly like over the last like 3 months. Everyone's always commenting about my hair and my ears and stuff like
you
that.
need to be an adult.
I know.
Kid, grow up. Get a real job. Put a shirt on.
Right, exactly.
That's what's going. That's what it sounds like.
What's it gonna be like when you're old and you got all them tattoos? But anyway, I went and looked at his account, and the account was made that day.
Right.
So it was like a burner account because he did not want to use his real YouTube account to leave the comment.
You inspired him.
Maybe they don't like that it's bright. It draws their attention, and they're like, can't stop looking at that guy's ears.
I'm trying to pay attention to this drum video, and all I can look at is this blue vortex.
All I can see. Yeah,
maybe. Maybe you should get like skulls or something.
I'm going to change them. I'm done with this. Cut my hair, change my ears.
We want to see in the comment what color plugs you should get.
Next video, I'll just be wearing a suit and tie.
And see if you can get people off of your case.
Yeah, and I'll cut all my hair off.
Right.
So that's it for comments this month. Thanks to everybody that left a comment. We really enjoy the comments. We love interacting, and we have a lot of fun making these videos, and just reading the comments is hilarious every month.
So make sure to leave a comment, and you might end up in the next comment video.